In 2001, the Greene County Community Foundation, or Greene Giving, was born from the dream of four men: Fred Gibson, John Saraga, Reed Madden, and Herman Menepace. That dream was to create a foundation that could funnel charitable giving into a county that these men loved and wanted to prosper. Fred Gibson says that his personal desire to give back to Greene County was emboldened when he partnered with then-Mayor of Xenia, John Saraga. Though because Fred was the publisher of the Greene County dailies at the time, the two got off to a rocky start.
And at first we didn't mesh. We were very close friends. Because I used some pretty tough language with John as the publisher. And then as we found, we had a lot in common, really. A lot of the ideas that I had thought about would work around Xenia. And John, lo and behold, we were like overlapped each other. So we became partners.
John says that an act of kindness made him see the need to fill a charitable gap in the county.
Something for me happened on September 20th, 2000, when Xenia, Ohio was hit with a tornado. And then one day I received a letter from a girl in Atlanta, Georgia, and there was $6 and some change. And she said she had saw us on the news and she wanted to help the people of Xenia. And we realized it was time to start figuring out how to create a foundation. And that $6 and I believe 87 cents was really the first donation to this foundation.
The up-and-coming foundation also had on its roster Greene County Commissioner Reed Madden and President, CEO, and Executive Director of Greene Memorial Hospital, Herman Menepace. Reed passed away in 2013 and Herman in 2014. Their wives, Judy Madden and Marge Menepace, both say their late husbands were committed to working to put Greene County on the map from the get-go.
He was always trying to find ways for the betterment of Greene County, and I think Greene Giving is another way of making us more distinguishable.
He was just a person that liked to challenge. He had a lot of foresight, and he always was able to envision things and plan them out, and usually they worked out the way he planned. Greene Giving is one of the ones. This is something they were going to do, and they did it.
Well, I think they saw the good of the Dayton Foundation, and why should everybody keep going to go to the Dayton Foundation for money? Why don't we start our own so that we can, help our own community? Because it's about, wanting to help your own community.
Despite the founder's passion, Fred Gibson says the way to success wasn't always smooth.
Starting a foundation, in most people's minds, is impossible. Because it is not only is it a legal nightmare, you've got to have money.
To take on the legal nightmare, Herman Menepace enlisted the help of Tom O'Diam, a local attorney. Tom, who has since become Greene County probate judge, volunteered his time and services to Greene Giving free of charge for years.
According to Herman, it was going to be me coming to a couple meetings, doing the articles of incorporation, then I'd be done. And then I ended up hanging on for 13 or 14 years. So it turned out to be a little bit longer than I expected.
When it came to money, including finding a way to hire Foundation Director Ed Marinin, Fred Gibson and John Saraga say Greene Giving found a creative way to jump over their financial hurdles.
We decided to strike up a partnership with the county. We actually brought them in as a financial partner.
Well, one day Herman brought in a gentleman and said, "This guy is great. And he's currently working for the Dayton Foundation. We want to hire him. Let's hire him." Well, between us, we had $100. Our partnership with the county, which was kind enough to hire him as a part-time basis with our partnership.
Director Ed Marinin says that creative thinking continues in the way that Greene Giving functions today, bringing together many small regional charitable and nonprofit groups under its wing and providing administrative and financial support.
The biggest difference between Greene Giving and a community foundation is this concept that we are an umbrella for so many entities. Because of Reed Madden and Herman Menepace in particular, is that they were pioneering this concept of components, of where, again, we could become the back room, the administrative support for so many different kinds of organizations. the Beaver Creek Education Foundation, the Bellbrook Sugar Creek Education Foundation, the Fairborn Education Foundation, Alumni Association are not separately incorporated, but rather that they are a component under a common umbrella.
And because of Greene Giving's work in shoring up the operations of small organizations, Ed says anyone can be a meaningful benefactor in Greene County.
Even the person in the most modest of circumstances can be a major contributor. You know, it's the, I mean, if you're into the biblical stories in terms of the widow in the temple, that happens, quite frankly, to Greene Giving almost every day. You know, somebody who you just never expected gave more than their fair share.
Over the last 14 years, Greene Giving has grown in leaps and bounds to connect and support nonprofit groups around Greene County, filling a role that John says now, more than ever, is necessary.
America is going to need help every day somewhere. That's where this foundation really was built off of, was we want to help. Our friend Herman Menepace, Fred and I were with him literally in the last few minutes of his life. And his last words to me before then was to keep giving back to the people. He believed that. I know Fred believes that, and so did Reed Madden.